If you want 2026 to be the best year of your life when it comes to women and dating, watch this video. My name is The Real Game. I am an expert dating coach to men all around the world from 25 to 55. It does not matter. When you learn the right way to operate, behave, treat women, and strategize, your dating life changes overnight. Women chase you instead of you chasing them, and everything becomes easier because now you have the power. You hold the keys. You have the value. So in this video, I'm breaking down what I've done over the years, what I teach my clients to do, and every single step along the way so that you make 2026 the greatest dating year of your entire life. Now, step one is the understanding of the root cause of your dating problems. You've probably tried to date before. You're probably actively trying now, but it's been a constant struggle. It's been this massive uphill battle that you've been facing, and it's really a painful experience. It's something you've either stopped or something you know you have to continue, but it's not enjoyable. It's stressful. It's painful. There's tons of rejection. You don't know what's going on. You don't have clarity. All of these things equal a lot of pain and suffering. And so the first thing you have to do to make 2026 the best year of your life when it comes to women and dating is understand that how you see women, how you see dating, and how you've been behaving is entirely wrong. We're not going to place external blame on anything else. Not women, not feminism, not TikTok, not anything, but how we perceive and really look at women in dating. You have to understand, you've been conditioned for decades and decades of your life to behave a certain way when it comes to dating, when it comes to women. And this shows up in how you text, how you compliment, how you put them down or not put them down, how you go on dates, how you interact with them. Your conditioning shows up in behavior in tons of different ways, and it's all wrong. Every single thing you've been told to do, every single thought you've been told to believe, all of these things are actually false. They're backwards. And we have to gain awareness of the root cause of your behaviors that's driving women away, making dating so painful. It's because you've been conditioned wrong. And so step number one to having 2026 be the best year of your dating life is to unpack and reprogram your conditioning around women and dating. Now, how do you do that? You make it a daily practice to consume the right content. You make it a daily awareness to catch yourself in nice guy behavior, to catch yourself when you're trying to impress them, to catch yourself when you're coming across eager. You have to catch yourself and become aware of these inclinations, of your conditioning, of your instincts, of the subconscious garbage you have when it comes to your behavior around women and dating, and reprogram yourself intentionally with the right content, with content that empowers you as a man, with content that talks about the real aspects of female nature and female psychology. And what you'll learn through this process is when you start to change, everything changes. Step number two, learning female psychology and female nature. A big sticking point in a lot of clients that come to me is they don't understand women. They don't have clarity over how women perceive the world, how they operate, how they behave. And so as a result, you don't know how to behave to get the best result you want. It's like shooting blanks in the dark. We don't know what we're shooting at. We can't see the target. But if you understood women to such a degree that you were able to reverse engineer their own thoughts, their own inclinations, their own instincts, their own behaviors, how well do you think you would be at dating? Probably really damn well. It's like taking a test and having the answers right in front of you. Don't you think you would ace it? Of course you would. But the problem is we're looking at a test we don't even know the answers to, let alone what's going on with these questions and what the angles are. We need the answers before the test. And we do this by understanding female psychology. And so my advice to you is look at content and observe every situation you have with a woman and learn from it. Be observant, analyze it. Look at how they perceive what you tell them and what you do and how differently it is from you as a man. We're opposite creatures. We're the masculine and the feminine. When you do X to women, you expect them to see it and react with Y, but instead they perceive it and react with W. It's completely on another planet. It's like learning a new language, understanding women. And a good reference and a good rule of thumb for this is if it's logical, they won't do it. It's all backwards. It's all emotion. It's all logical. It's all irrational. And you have to start getting your mind around this. Step number three, we need a strategy to meet more women. I don't care what it is that you want. If you want a family, if you want to marry, or if you want to be casual, more Playboy-like, you need a consistent flow of new women into your life. And the reason is women can be unpredictable, they can be volatile, volatile. If you talk to one woman a week or a month, they might not even go on a date with you. And even if they do, you're gonna be so nervous and anxious and performative because this is your one date all month. Oh my God, I can't mess it up. And they're never gonna like you when you're in that state. Abundance solves all of this. The more you have, the less you care. The less you care, the more they want you. It's a cycle. And so we need a strategy and a steady flow of new women into our lives. How do we do that? There's two ways you can get really good at. One is in person. The second one is online. This is what I do. This is what my clients do. This is what allows them to have 10 dates in a week, 5 dates in a week, 6 dates in a week, effortlessly. And you don't have to do this long term, but you do have to do this until you can vet a woman you really enjoy. Because when you care less, they like you more. But also that if you want to meet somebody serious, you should have high standards for who that person is. And so by nature, most of them won't meet the cut. And so by nature, you need to meet more of them to vet them more rigorously, to make sure that the woman you actually do want to spend time with is a woman that meets your high criteria, a high value woman. Well, you need to go through women to meet them. If you meet two a month, one a month, the odds are just stacked against you. And so when it comes to in-person, my biggest recommendation is you don't necessarily need to carve out 5 hours a week to go to the mall and run around. You don't need to do that. But when you're in your day-to-day life, when you leave the house, when you run errands, have conversations, keep your head up. Look for choosing signals. It could be in the grocery store, it could be in the elevator, it could be at the gym, it could be at the coffee shop, the gas station. The only limiting belief you really have is that, oh, I can't do it there. It's going to make me creepy. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. It's all a lie. You can talk to women everywhere. They're just human beings. And once you learn how to approach and have those conversations and practice your talk tracks and your conversations on people you see everywhere, people you don't even want to date or seduce, just become a naturally charismatic guy by having all of those conversations. You would be amazed how much better you get over the weeks and over the months when you just practice more. Now, when it comes to online, we need to set up a flow of new women, and we need to just simply get 6 to 10 good images for our Instagram and for our dating apps and let it run on autopilot. Yes, there are some guys I work with that only do online or only do in person because they don't want to do one or the other. That's fine. But if you want it to be the best, absolute best year of your life with women and dating, optimize both. I'm telling you, it doesn't take that hard. It does take some effort, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. Grab a friend for one weekend, get 6 to 10 new good images and go out there and put them online and then get that flow. Get the flow in. You don't have to work that hard. And then you have to know how to text. Texting is so vitally important because no matter where you meet a woman, even if it's through friends, 90% of your communication is through texting, through the phone. And so my best recommendation and my best advice so that you text intentionally, you text in a way that's not wasting your time, and you text in a way that converts to dates wherever you meet these women from, is to never give compliments, always give a little less effort than them, utilize the voice note, and move with intention. We're transacting our attention and giving them emotion to see them in person. There's no other point in texting a woman. And so it's very normal to have the sequence of you match on a Tuesday, you talk Tuesday to Wednesday, you get off the app on Wednesday, you go to Instagram, you go to Number, you're seeing her that weekend. That's very normal. I've had same day dates from in person and online. It's very normal when you know how to be nonchalant but spike emotion. That's the game. You want to be as lowest effort as possible, but at the same time, spice it up a little, right? Think of a question that's very easy to answer. Very low effort. Tells them exactly what to say, but spice it up a little. That's how you make texting fantastic. Now, when you're going on more dates and when you're having this lead flow, it's fantastic. You need to know how to run these dates. You want to be efficient. You want to know that you should be asking questions. You want to know that you shouldn't be rambling. One of the worst mistakes you can make as a man is ramble about yourself on and on and on because women don't care. Women want to talk about things that make them feel good. And as a result, they'll like you because you got them there. They don't care that it's things they want to talk about. All they care about is you're in their presence while they feel good. And therefore, their desire goes up. And so once we understand body language, tonality, and we get better at dates, and what I recommend as well, if you're starting from zero, guys, if you're starting from, look, I have 0 women, I have 0 dates going on, I'm talking to nobody, treat all of them as practice. Mentally detach completely. Don't care about the outcome. You simply need to look at this as reps. Because the more volume and the more practice and the more hours you clock with women in every facet, texting, approaching, apps, dates, whatever, you will get better. You will get more comfortable. Do not put this large stress on the first few dates you go on. They have to go well. They have to go home with you. It's probably not going to happen. So just use it as practice. And you'll learn over time to talk about yourself less, ask better questions, be more relaxed, have great body language, great tonality. And as a result, women are going to keep flocking to you. And then of course, you have to understand, what are you optimizing for? When you get these dates, when you meet these women, do you want the long-term girlfriend? Do you want the rotation? You need to be able to retain women. And that comes with its own skill set. Retaining women is not about losing your frame. It's not about losing the fun. It's not about putting pressure on them. You need to maintain your unreadableness, your unpredictability, and maintain a game. Because women are emotional creatures, like I mentioned in the beginning, and that can never waver. You can never prioritize them because they're treating you well. You can never reciprocate the sweetness because they're treating you well. Because the second you do, they're gonna get bored. They're gonna view you as below them and they will no longer find you desirable. That's the system. It's not gonna be a walk in the park and you have to put in effort. But trust me when I say this, if you don't get dating right, if you don't get women right, if you don't get this power dynamic right, and dating and women is forever painful and stressful, your life will have a massive hole in it, a massive void. You'll never be able to get over it. You'll never be able to compensate for it. Ever. Nothing can compensate for struggling with women and dating. And so take 6 months, take a year next year to get really good with women and dating, to become a Casanova, so that whenever you want to, you can go on a date. Whenever you want to, you can attract women. It is at your disposal and it's no longer a painful subject because that will open up your entire life for you. If you want me to coach you one-on-one, make you a master at this process, a master at women and dating, and show you everything I've created to get you there, click the links below and I'll talk to you soon and I'll see you in the next video.